6 Ridiculous Things People Say When Caught Cheating. When I found out that my ex was cheating on my best friend, the first thing he said was, "It's not what you think it is. Are you kidding me? You asked her to come over and flirted with her, but you called it a friendly text." It's crazy how cheaters can make you question yourself even though they're the ones who are guilty. They say a lot of stupid things to get you to do what they want. Here are some typical ones. It was just sex. Even if it's just about sex, it's still wrong. Most of the time, when people cheat just for sex, it leads to something more. Sex is such a big part of our lives that some people will give up anything to spend more time with the person they are having an affair with. I still think this type of cheating is more dangerous than the emotional one because now you're risking your physical health by staying with them. You could care less about the non-emotional affair they have because now the bigger problem is, did they catch something? So, it's not always a compliment to hear that the affair has nothing to do with feelings. It also doesn't make it seem like cheating is okay. What are you doing? You're crazy. Don't you hate when people say things like this? This is also a form of gaslighting and the most common thing a cheater would say to you. Now, they not only take your mind off the main problem, but they also make you feel like you're the crazy one. Ugh! When someone calls me crazy, something about them makes me want to stop talking to them. But when you confront someone who is cheating on you and you get this response, it usually makes you even angrier. And that's what they want most. So I've learned that the best way to deal with your crazy is to not say anything back. You should instead get back to talking about the problem. Stop making things up, "I was by myself." Most people who cheat are also sneaky. This is an attempt to stay in a denial state. They'll make you question what you think is right. They know how to turn things around and make it look like you did something wrong. Am I just being delusional here? I don't know if I am or not. I still find it sad that some people believe in this mind trick that they let it go just because they don't have enough evidence of their partner cheating. Even if you get enough proof to show them they're wrong, they'll still say you're wrong. This kind of answer would make anyone go crazy. How could someone be so calm after doing something wrong? I know it's hard to believe, but I love you anyway. I don't think these people know what love all is about. Some people, though, do fall into this trap. They forgive their partner for cheating on them and give them a second chance right away. I'm not against the idea of forgive and forget, but it shouldn't be that easy to give someone a second chance. There's a lot to think about when it comes to cheating. Not only is the trust broken, but everything else will also change. After cheating, it takes years for a couple to get back together and trust each other again. Even if your partner says they still love you, that doesn't mean you should forget what they did to you. Trust me, I'll change and make up for everything I've done wrong. This is what cheaters usually say when they are caught. And it's funny that most of them do it again in just a few years. A coworker of mine used to cheat on his wife more than once. My friend told me a month ago that she saw him on a Bumble date, so I'm sure he still does it. Everyone at work knew about his affairs, and we all felt bad for his wife. But again, you can't help someone who doesn't want your help, right? Because his wife still loves him no matter how many times he got caught. Every time that happened, he'd make a temporary change to be a better partner for her. Even though I know it's hard to leave, especially if you have 2 kids and don't work, I don't think a cheater will change in a short amount of time. Recently, you haven't paid me enough attention. They're the ones who cheat, but it's your fault, isn't that fun? This happens often. Not only do they not want to admit they cheated on you, but they also blame you. The other things they often said were, "If you didn't have so much work, I wouldn't be so lonely and want to find a new friend. This is because you always accuse me of cheating, so I might as well do it. You don't know how lonely I am, and we haven't been intimate in ages. Are you aware of how emotionally distant you've become from me lately?" Overall, anything that makes you think they cheat because you aren't enough is enough. While I do think infidelity happens when something in the relationship is no longer right, saying out loud that it's never their fault why they cheated is just disrespectful. Everyone has their own right story, but when you're in a relationship with another adult, you should be responsible for what you do. It's easier to just say you were wrong and move on than to make a big deal out of it. Because you've hurt your partner in the relationship by cheating. You don't want to make things harder than they already are. The point of this is to make you feel like you're not alone in your love life. If you like the way I tell stories, stay tuned.